Skyball contest. This is going to be our Wilson match of the day. And I've seen a couple guys were asking me if we were going to do a Skyball contest, and yes, we are. There was one guy on the end line. Where'd he go? What's up, buddy? Oh, he could be a part of the Skyball contest. Back there. All the way back there. All the way back there. I feel like he's in. You're in, right? Oh man, now he's, see, earlier he was in. Now he's not sure. No, he's hitting the Skyball. No, not receiving the Skyball. You were hitting the Skyball, yes. I mean, that might be a guest appearance. I don't know who's to say, but like, no, you're hitting it. Do we have any other Skyballers in the crowd? Anybody Skyball? Any Skyball aficionados in the crowd? Maybe not. Maybe it's just you. Maybe it's not going to be the spot to do a Skyball contest, Geena. I don't know. Maybe not. There is a corner over there, isn't there? Yeah, I was gonna come to them at the end, so this might be the end. So maybe not to go to that corner. So we have one guy over here that's going to do it. We're going to do between sets. Not right now, between sets. You want in? Get that hair ready, sir. You can keep it out, too. You can keep the two fans. What's your name? Alex, two fans, Alex. Alex, two fans. You can do that, Alex. Alex, come in. We're going to between sets. And there might just be this takeover.
An absolutely gorgeous coastline here in East Hampton greets week 7 of the progressive AVP League, EHP Resort and Marina, along the edge of 3 Mile Harbor. Here we go. Miami and San Diego on the women's side, closing our Saturday out. Miami, with all sorts of playoff and championship implications, will take on the San Diego Smash. You look at the League Cup, it's all about Miami and their chase of Palm Beach. They're done, 13-3, that is the mark. Miami is chasing that. The men already with a sweep today. If the women sweep this, they remain the possible Cup champions. They need to win all weekend long. Both the men and the women have to go 2-0. As you look at Kelly Cheng and Megan Kraft, this team on paper looked like championship contenders, Rich, through 6 matches. They've proven that true.
Yeah, they absolutely are just kind of playing better and better every time we see them, right? A new pairing this season, but really starting to round into form and continually.
Their only losses are in 3 sets to Palm Beach and to Austin, 3 deuce overtime sets in both of those. Maybe the best battle of the year as Megan Kraft takes the sand. You're watching the start of a long and productive career for Kraft. Potentially the USA's most dangerous defender in the future?
I would say so. I mean, she's got the entire skill set, and in transition in particular is where she shines.
Point scoring wins matches, we know that. And Kelly Cheng continues to be the most creative attacker in the league, one of the best watches in volleyball. If you're a player, take notes. Try something new at your next practice that you're about to see on the sand right now.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got a bunch of different shots that not a lot of people have. She's going to give you trickeration out there.
Yeah, the Olympian and world champion is going to face Megan Rice and Geena Urango of the San Diego Smash. New York was a tough one. What does the rebound look like for them?
Yeah, they just have to go out and be a little bit more consistent than they've been, right? They need to be strong from the service line. We know about Geena's great jump serve. You need to work that into their game as much as possible. And Megan Rice, that you see right there, just has to go out and be big and physical like she's capable of being.
Yeah, back in Belmar, we saw Rice emerge dominant blocking in one match. She had 5 stuffs in that one. She did not get a lot of offensive opportunities last weekend. The focus was on Geena Urango at this stage in her career. Geena is deeply introspective and taking the opportunity to continue this pursuit of professional beach volleyball risen to a lot of challenges throughout the years, has Geena. Here is another this weekend against two tough teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a veteran the likes of Geena Urango is going to welcome every challenge that she comes across. And certainly this is no easy one.
Yeah, they're going to get Miami first. They'll get Austin next. And Austin's going to be coming off back-to-back losses, an unusual occurrence for that side. But the time is now to deal with Miami. So Cheng and Kraft on the right, Rice and Urango on the left. Miami trying to put the League Cup closer to their grasp. San Diego, a lot of the season to be played here. Plenty of time to get back on track. We just saw the Austin men do so. As Urango circles around and is dug by Cheng, who checks down. Back-to-back digs by Cheng, nobody up. Yeah. And that is a recipe for success by the Mayhem.
Yeah, I was wondering if Geena was going to have a little conversation.
Oh, that's second driven.
That second ball, was it driven, was it not? That was the question by Geena to the up official. We're just seeing the finish there, the great shot from Kelly Cheng to put it away. Valid question.
Kraft with the pickup. Urango with an excellent read. She gets pulled off the net. As Kraft gets on that one a little harder and too much steam, has it going wide right.
I'm sure that was as close to the net as she was expecting. It got a little bit underneath that ball, and it just kind of alters the angle enough to send it wide. All the players on the court extremely active early on in this one. Lots of digs already.
That ball is long.
Yeah, narrowly missing wide there. Geena doing what she needs to be doing, which is going after that jump serve.
Geena St. Clair Urango, also known as the Chirango. The Sandy Chirango, as they trade missed serves here in the first of two matches for both sides on the weekend. Miami is going to get the opportunity to play against Los Angeles, perhaps in the playoffs. We will see. They had a knockdown, drag-out brawl in Long Beach a couple of weeks ago as Cheng pulls that one into the tape. And Urango puts it away, taking advantage of the misfire.
Yeah, really nice defensive scheming right now from San Diego, leading to some good scoring opportunities. And Geena with the good positioning and then the put away.
Kraft, way tight to the net, doesn't matter, dealing with it.
That's where you want to miss, quote unquote, with your sets to Megan Kraft, because she is 6'1", physical. She can just go up and look at her snap across that ball. Trouble here. Yeah, that was an excellent serve. Megan Kraft, another tool she has in her kit is that good tough serve. You're going to see her move it around from the float position. That one just kind of sliding into the middle. She's going to drop some short. She's going to work the sidelines.
That'll be her 9th ace on just 11 errors this year. Make it 12. 1 for 1 there. 1 ace, 1 error.
Kevin willing that one to existence, unfortunately.
Yeah, sometimes they get a little mad. Four, set one. Seen some surprising results already today. Brooklyn on the women's side coming out with a sub, Devin Newberry in place of Julia Donlin, and it was a 2-0 sweep victory over Austin. That's Brasher and Cruz. And then we saw the Austin men pick up a much needed victory, their first of the season, over Brooklyn in sweep fashion as well. Oh, Megan Rice gets some.
That was a phenomenal side out start to finish. First of all, the reception, excellent, and then this is how you finish if you're MJ Rice. Detonation.
Flashes of brilliance, always, from Megan Rice.
And not how you would like to follow up tremendous attack.
Kraft back to the line. Left hand from Urango. She is ambidextrous at times whenever called upon.
At times.
Well, I suppose you're always ambidextrous. You just don't reveal it.
That's correct, yeah. It's not like mine and your humor where we're funny at times.
Uh-huh. Oh, beautiful set from Kraft. Even better read from Urango, who herself is pulled off the net, and she fights it down into the angle.
Yeah, this is excellent work defensively from San Diego right now. Great patience in the backcourt from Geena. She's not only starting in good spots, but then is kind of making good upgrades in a timely fashion defensively.
There's a ball that is just wide. Boy, they thought it was an ace. Geena Urango's going to give it a second look.
Quickly called out.
7 ties, 3 lead changes, has us at 7-7 here in set number 1. Looking at the side change next. Kraft scoops it high. Cheng. Urango with another dig. Beautifully done. Both sides scooping.
Oh.
And Rice with the block. Strong volleyball from San Diego against Kelly, Cheng, and Megan Kraft. Let's go down to camera.
Yeah, Kevin, Rich, it was interesting when you think back to LA when the last time we saw the Miami Mayhem. Kelly Cheng came away with one of the most complete performances on a weekend we've seen in the women's field this season. Just some of the numbers were astronomical. Her kills, 32 on the weekend, but importantly, she had just 4 errors the entire weekend. They faced off against Dallas and LA. Again, LA being one of the best rookie duos that we've seen in the progressive AVP League. But a couple things to note too. The digs is what really stands out along with the blocks. Her defense really came to life. She walked away with 13 total digs. That's crazy numbers in 2 matches played, especially for a blocker. Her aces, 6 in total on the weekend. I mean, the numbers were astonishing. She's now trying to double down here in the East Hampton, guys.
One of the longest matches we've seen in a while. It was 16-14. 16-18. That's a loss in the second set for Miami. And then 15-12 against LA. Will that be reprised in Chicago in early September? We'll see. Urango with another dig. Kraft responds herself. Cheng down in the sand. Back up to block. Which team will get ahead of the ball here? Looks like Geena Urango did. Both sides struggling with some setting. What is the reason here, Rich? We're seeing the ball kind of soar all over the place.
Yeah, it got real windy in the middle of that rally there. You could see the sets blowing around on the first opportunity where Miami had a chance to put it away and were unable. Simultaneously, one of the courtside umbrellas blew over, just as an indication of how much wind there is on stadium court here.
Well, the wind's blowing in Miami's favor for the moment. They're on top. Kraft is underneath that one. Geena, another perfect read. Long rallies becoming the norm. Kelly finally on 2. That's the first time I can remember in this match we've seen the signature move.
Yeah, I like that a lot from Miami, particularly in that instance, right? Megan kind of speeds up the pass, puts extra pressure on San Diego, and throws it up to Kelly, who's so good at those option plays.
10-8 timeout. Good to see the Smash get off to an excellent start. They had 4 tough set losses. 4-15 and 12-15. Those aren't times. Those were set scores. If you reverse it, it was 15-4, 15-12 victory for Palm Beach. Then it was 15-10, 15-8, a win for New York over San Diego. That's always tough. How do you talk about that, Rich? You coached for a long time on the beach side. How much would you address it? How would you address it with a partnership just coming off of a tough weekend like that?
Yeah, you know, I think it's important to learn from situations like that, but also not dwell on situations like that, if it makes sense. Let's take what we can from that, but try and put it in the rearview mirror as quickly as possible. You know, I think they've come out with a significantly better energy on the court than maybe we saw from them last weekend. And it's paying dividends. I mean, they're behind a little bit here, but they're certainly playing better defense. It looks like they're scheming. It looks like their engagement's just a little bit better than what we saw in those couple matches.
One of the tough assignments there was in Central Park. You got Palm Beach, and that ended up being the first match of the day. You didn't have a whole day in a practice to reset either,
right,
to do some of the things you're talking about, because we're on a shortened program due to the weather. It was 2 matches on Sunday a week ago in Central Park.
Yeah, that's an excellent point as well.
So Miami up for the moment. And going a little further, no, just wide right. With more on San Diego, let's get Cam in here.
Minute and a half out, 9-10.
I got a chance to listen in to the San Diego Smash huddle just in the midst of that timeout. And actually, it was very engaging between Chase and Miles in the conversation alongside Megan and Geena. Some of it was centered around Megan's defensive positioning on the opposite side of the net in terms of Megan Kraft, saying she's a little early in her defensive location. They also talked about her sitting a bit more middle, so forcing her to have to find some bigger angles. Last and finally, they mentioned some of the set location. You guys also had the conversation saying we need to wait a bit longer on our set. We're kind of getting stuck underneath the ball on our approach. Guys?
Yeah, lots to work on here for San Diego. Sometimes you just need to recognize the greatness of your opponent, as that last shot from Kelly Cheng was a thing of beauty. Rice lacing that one down the line.
Yeah, we talk about the set location, and that's a very pertinent point, of course, but the wind also factoring into that quite a bit. So everybody trying to make those little in-game adjustments as quickly as possible.
Rice nearly had an ace. Was that one out? It was inside the playable area.
Oh.
And Cheng gets in front of it. What a save to score. First block for Kelly Cheng.
I love the mindset of Megan Rice there, just taking a huge cut at this ball, but Kelly Cheng just makes a little bit better of a blocking move. That's how it goes sometimes.
There is the current wind up high. Now, Rich, how much is that flag indicative of what's going on at the sand level?
Yeah, you know, we've heard the athletes all day talk about a swirly type of a wind. So what's happening is it's coming off the building in which we're sitting as we see Kelly get another swat there.
It's coming off the hands of Kelly Cheng.
Yeah, similarly, it's coming off the sides of this building and kind of circling around. That flag is right in one of the alleys, so it's getting a consistent onshore, or I guess that's offshore, I don't know. I'm not a wind guy.
Offshore from our side, but we are facing west. Kraft already with 10 digs. Cheng adding to her block total. And that one just out of reach for both.
Yeah, that's a really nice recycle, good patient attacking from San Diego that time on the tight set. Just get it back. Megan making a nice play on the second chance.
Pretty defensive first set here. Urango with 7, looking for one right now. Perfect set. Urango, perfect spot. Needing the point. Cannot find it. Cheng, block number 3.
Yeah, and that is too late in this set. Big stuffs in transition for Kelly Cheng.
Yeah, she has stepped up late in the set as the Mayhem taking control.
Realistically, if San Diego converts both of those, they're ahead in this first set. So big time stuff from Kelly Cheng.
Cheng with the tough serve. Oh, and that one just finds the back line. Cheng pulling her arm. Set point number 2 on the way right now.
Yeah, good swing from Urango. Quick lower type set.
Rice from deep. It'll be a hustle to get to the net. Cheng trying to take advantage. Cannot. Urango holds him off again.
Really nicely wiggled up the line there by Geena. Good kind of middle position defensively as well to start that off.
Third set point chance here. Could force some extended action if you're San Diego. No. Rich Lamborn, the coach, makes the curses hands.
Curses, yeah, those are daggers, especially when you make some good plays to get yourself back in, and then you just give it away with the service mistake. That always hurts a little extra.
They had control. It was almost seated back. Miami ends up with a deuce set victory, 15-13 over the Smash in set one. Can the Smash rebound in set two?
Championship. Just take a look at this iconic field.
Are you ready? Are you ready? We have a huge crowd, overflow capacity. Cameron, a lot of players and people have been waiting for this moment in this place.
Ladies and gentlemen, I could not be happier to be right here, right now.
AVP Beach Volleyball is more than a sport. It's an experience. And for just $59 a year, AVP Gold membership gives you all access. Ticket discounts all season, early access to seats, compete in AVP events, and big savings on pro gear. Get in the game and experience everything the AVP has to offer. Get your Gold membership today at avp.com.
Become a Gold member and join us at some iconic locations throughout the progressive AVP League schedule. We're in East Hampton, New York, at EHP Resort and Marina, the well-heeled of the East Coast. Traveling up Long Island as we did yesterday to come to this beautiful place and this exquisite resort for some of the best beach volleyball on the planet. As we look at our women's standings, Melissa Humana-Paredes and Brandy Wilkerson already done with their season at 6-2. They are in the playoffs, whether they're the #1 or #2 seed. That is TBD, as Cheng and Kraft are chasing that #1 spot. They get the victory in the first 15-13 to keep the dream alive. Rice and Urango at 1-3. They still have a lot of the season left. They could put themselves up into contention as well, but they're going to need this second set and a lot more, Rich Lamborn.
Yeah, absolutely. They would love to get a bounce back here. You hate for it to keep continuing to go further and further down to the wire.
Coming back to the sand, Miami out of that first set, where Megan Kraft was in double figures with digs already.
Yeah, you can see maybe the wind more of a factor than even we're alluding to. Both teams not hitting particularly well, but also give credit to the defense on both sides. Geena and Megan both playing some exceptional defensive roles out there.
Rich Lamborn, gold medalist, doing a nice job of not blaming his setter here as we approach set #2. Urango looking for the touch. Did she get it? No, got nothing but an error. 0-1.
And that's kind of one of those things that you see often coincide with a lot of digs, is a few more errors creep in, right? When defenders are touching a lot of balls defensively, you start to think you need to carve off more and more angle, more and more precision with your shots, and sometimes errors can creep in.
Mentioned that Kraft had 10, Urango had 9, but not one there. That one softly dropped by Megan Kraft. That'll be her 4th kill. Her offense yet to catch fire here. (2-0) the open. Urango way off the net. Cuts for the winner.
I don't mind that move from Kraft. You know, when your blocker pulls, sets a little bit off the net, she kind of slides into a center field type position, but Geena's seeing it well that time. And that's something that needs to upgrade, and upgrade quickly if you're San Diego, is the service pressure. Fewer mistakes. We saw them close out that first set with the service miss, and they don't want to let that continue into the second set here.
Save from San Diego to stay in the point. Kraft, plenty of run-up. Lots of heat, but not enough. Low set to Kraft. That was a tough opportunity. Urango makes him pay.
Yeah, big play by San Diego there. Exceptional effort defensively to keep it alive, and they get rewarded. Not sure if that was just kind of a swirly ball on the side of Miami, or if Kelly was trying to go a little too quickly perhaps in transition, but good job staying engaged in the point by San Diego.
When is a swirly a good thing? I don't understand. That word may not have a lot of good connotations.
Chocolate and vanilla soft serve.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Megan Kraft stepping back to the line. 10 digs in a set. The opener, she put that one up in this season. That's the second time she's done that. Elena Chacon of LA 4 times this year. Line shot. So good was the comment from her partner.
Indeed it was.
Got a hold of it, and it goes right to the back line. Winner for Rice.
Yeah, how about Megan not biting on the jump set? Not an easy task to kind of stay disciplined, because you know about Kelly Cheng's prowess on 2. Just getting some hands in front of that ball.
Geena, another dig, no. Nearly. And that was one of the issues in New York that she has quickly corrected here in the 2-set loss to the New York Nitro. The digs were 9-1 in favor of the Nitro over the San Diego Smash.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the result of the, wow.
Watch out, look alive in the crowd. I think that was the Corvino family that just took a shot.
Yeah. They're such sweet people, too. It seems unnecessary to go after them with your serve.
An assassination plot hatched. We regret to inform you that Miami will have a sub the rest of the year.
The Cubs standings have been completed. It is.
Tough serve, ace again for Kraft. She's dropped 2 in this match.
Yeah, that thing just fell right off the table. Brutal float serve from Megan Kraft. And that is just something she is so good at. And what makes her float serve so good is not only her ability to locate it, but her ability to do so at different depths and paces. You never know what's coming your way.
Yeah, how is she able to do it with such a lack of errors, Rich? She's about +3 in the error category. Ace is 2 errors. That's ridiculous. And I don't mean ×3.
Right.
3 extra errors. Yeah.
Right. It is unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she just has a great routine, it seems. It's highly repeatable. And she just, you know, I mean, to me, serving is, you know, we talk about it being the only closed loop motor skill, right? You're in control of all the elements. And so you really have to sort of make a decision to focus on every rep, and she seems to do so at a very, very high level.
Miami executing to a 2-point lead here on the side switch as they go to the left-hand side. Remember, Miami chasing that League Cup title, looking for all 4 wins on the weekend. They already have a sweep with the men winning in 2 earlier. A sweep right here would guarantee that if Miami wins the next 2 matches in any fashion, they would be city champions.
There's still a little bit of work to do, but they would have positioned themselves well.
On 2 attempt available, blocked by Rice. She'll back up, and there's the thing of beauty. Megan Rice showing up big at the net in that rally.
Yeah, good work there at the net, and then of course you can see the respect for her heavy heat that Megan had to give it, you know, so it opens up a lot of wide open court across court.
Looking for more. Smash. What a beautiful set and shot. Miami with point. Kelly can really take all the spin off the ball.
She's got a little bit of a dishy looking
real wide
set of hands, but it starts low and releases low, so it's not in her hands for a very long time, despite it looking as though there's significant depth on it.
9-9. Will San Diego extend the match, or is Miami going to put themselves in a position to take the League Cup with 2 victories tomorrow? Geena to the jumper. Kelly over the back line.
That was the right shot. She disguised it well. It just got a little bit too much mustard on that rainbow.
10-9. Seems a strange thing to put on a rainbow.
Indeed. Well, what flavor do you think the yellow is?
I would go with lemon, personally. I envision it as more of a yogurt.
Yes, yeah.
It is an odd reference, not as odd as your earlier reference, where you mix Star Wars and Star Trek into one.
Yes, apologies to the sci-fi nerds out there.
The Comic-Con volleyball crossovers are noted, particularly on court right now with Kelly Cheng, noted attendee at Comic-Con here, setting her partner. Oh, but the block is there. Megan Rice keeps her side +1.
So we saw Kelly Cheng in set number 1 have 2 fantastic transition blocks to keep Miami in front. Megan Rice doing the same in reverse here. Huge pivotal stuff.
Her second stuff of the match. Cheng with the shank. Rice back to back. Big points.
Yeah, and that is how you work momentum in your favor. That big stuff in transition gets you the lead. Follow it up with an ace. Force Miami into a timeout.
Timeout called.
Team timeout. Team timeout. I have been given the final bag of miniature Wilson Optics volleyball. I have been given permission to throw on the out for the final time today. First of all, the volunteers, they want 3 good.
Miami on the defensive right now. They have been on the offense for most of this year. Tight matches to begin. Lost to Palm Beach. That one was an incredible challenge. Defeated New York. That was the team that played a lot of complete volleyball but couldn't come up with wins early. And then that battle with Austin. That was 14, 16, 17, 15, 15, 17. All overtime sets before going on the tear against Palm Beach and LA. Now looking in the San Diego category, they took a loss early on. They would defeat Brooklyn, and then New York was a tough one, but they have plenty to go here. The road doesn't get easier after Miami today, as they will face Austin tomorrow. We've had 8 straight sweeps in the Progressive AVP League as of late. Will we end up with a 3-setter to finish our Saturday?
Miami are going to have to find something if they hope to avoid the 3-setter. San Diego looking good.
Deep corner. Cheng, plenty of time. Ooh. And another step block right in her face. Rice on a tear, as though we saw in the first week.
Devastating blocks, 2 out of the last 3 plays. Block, ace, block is a fantastic volleyball sandwich.
Right back to Cheng. Long set. That'll have to go. And it is long. Ooh, is that just the room that Miami needs?
We'll have to wait and see. I mean, they're going to need a couple. Those real points have been difficult to come by both ways in this match.
Kraft with some aces. Tough one to Urango. Fought it off expertly. Option not taken.
Ooh.
Ball left well inside. It's a winner anyway from Geena.
Cheng's going to have a little chat because that ball did look awfully slippery coming out of the hands. You like the deference from our officials to not kind of insert themselves at that juncture of the match, but a bad set is a bad set, and that was likely one that was missed.
Perhaps you heard Evan Corey a couple of weeks ago say no one comes to watch you blow your whistle. Set point, San Diego. Geena with the dig. Kraft trying to stay alive in the set, does just that.
Indeed. Chance to put it away there. The door is still ajar for Miami in the second set.
Kraft and Urango now have the most career double-doubles in league history. Kraft looking for a dig right now. There's one. How about the put away? Have to have it. No, Megan Rice. It's her set, and San Diego will go to a third.
Yeah, her fourth stuff, third in the last 4 or 5 plays, and she's been everywhere at the net for San Diego.
Delivering on the promise. Megan Rice dominating over the cable.
Phenomenal stuff there for Megan Rice. The big one in transition at 10 apiece kind of kick-started that late inning run for San Diego to close out set number 2, send us to a third.
Whose match is it? We're going to play to 15. Win by 2. More extended volleyball action coming your way from New York.
Championship. Just take a look at this iconic view.
Are you ready? We have a huge crowd, overflow capacity. Cameron, a lot of players and people have been waiting for this moment in this place.
Ladies and gentlemen, I could not be happier to be right here, right now.
AVP Beach Volleyball is more than a sport. It's an experience. And for just $59 a year, AVP Gold membership gives you all access. Ticket discounts all season, early access to seats, compete in AVP events, and big savings on pro gear. Get in the game and experience everything the AVP has to offer. Get your Gold membership today at avp.com.
One more set to go on a Saturday at EHP Resort and Marina. Week 7, day 1 is about to come to a close with a set between the Miami Mayhem and the San Diego Smash. On the women's side, they have split them. Miami in the first 15-13. In the second, 15-12, San Diego, as San Diego could play spoiler here for the Miami Mayhem. They're chasing the League Cup, that city title, that championship that Palm Beach holds. With a loss in this set, Palm Beach would be back-to-back League Cup champions.
It's probably out of character for Trevor to be at home rooting for San Diego. And thus against his brother's squad of Miami. But there's an outside chance it may be happening.
He does want to have a leg up on his brother. Bragging rights at stake for the Crabs. And there is Taylor Kraft trying to stay in the city chase. He's got a good chance with this pair who are on sand now. Miami Mayhem, one of the thoughts for the championship. On the women's side, Urango with another nice stab. Rice underneath it, and more good plays continue to come from Megan Rice. Let's check in courtside with Cameron Irwin.
Hey fellas, yeah, I actually listened in to Miami, and it was really interesting because there is so much on the line in terms of this specific set for the Miami Mayhem. Don't forget, if they lose this match, Miami Mayhem are out of the cup contention. That was the conversation Jordan Cheng had with his 2 athletes, saying go be excited about this opportunity rather than fearful and the thought of losing this set. So really so much on the line in this matchup for the Miami Mayhem, fellas.
Mindset motivation from Jordan Cheng, coach and also husband to Kelly.
And shoulder to sleep on when you're flying, I learned yesterday.
Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind. Kraft underneath. Chip for the win there. Kelly Cheng. We have not seen much of that game. Why? What's been going on strategery-wise, to quote an ex-president?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, Geena's been pretty locked in some of her positioning defensively, so you would think that that would lead to more of that option type stuff from Kelly and Meg. Maybe it's just, you know, you kind of lose sight of it at times when you're out there in the thick of things. And just a thought on something you said down there, Cam, as far as what Jordan was telling them, be excited. Anxiety and excitement, basically the same emotion. It all comes down to your perspective, I've heard said.
That ball's going to be ruled out of bounds off the antenna.
Yeah, guys, Cam just checking in here because based off the conversation, too, I listened with Jordan Cheng specifically about that option play. I think it has more to do in terms of keeping it in their mindset, but also that swirly wind. In order to be able to run that option, you got to be able to pass the ball where you want it to go. And that's been a real challenge for athletes across the board today, just in terms as Geena Urango even kind of pulls one back off the line. But it's definitely all about that first contact and then also being mindful about it.
San Diego keeping the pressure on with this one-on-none attack from Geena Urango.
Just double checking, that was Cam?
Yes.
Okay.
Our crack reporter courtside waiting for the results in this one. As Cheng is the target, and she gets another one by off the edge of Megan Rice.
It is a very pertinent point in that so often matches come down to who controls that first contact better, and no more so than in windy, blustery conditions. We saw Andy there.
With wife Deanna Kraft watching the Miami Mayhem on the women's side issue an ace, 5-3. A little cuff play here.
I'm sure he was ecstatic about that. Andy, one of the more demonstrative players on the league. There he is.
There he is. A tightly wound ball of emotion.
And you were telling me earlier, Kevin, that you and Deanna almost coordinated the same bucket hat to wear today.
Big fan of bucket hats. Urango from the middle, high heat is a winner.
Yeah, good pace on that swing from Urango, because you could see that Megan was in position, just couldn't deal with the pace and the height of that shot.
Mayhem holding the 1-point lead. Taylor courtside, already in the barn with a victory. On the men's side, Rice pulling dig. Big swing, blocked right back.
That has been the name of the game in this match. Transition blocking from both sides has served the Miami Mayhem well in set 1, and has certainly served San Diego well in set 2. Maybe the pendulum has swung back to the Miami side. We'll have to wait and see.
Kraft dropping another one down the middle. Rice showing a deft touch today.
Yeah, excellent response, because as you said, that was a very difficult serve for Megan Kraft. Dealt with extremely well by Megan in the San Diego Smash.
Cheng staying aggressive and finding the line.
Yeah. Interesting. And that was such a difficult call for the line judges when the ball's coming right at them. Have a look at how precise this is from Kelly Cheng. Yeah. Right on the sideline.
Rice passes to her side. That's a bad set. One by Cheng. Poke deep.
And in matches that are this tightly contested, those little mistakes tend to loom large.
Yeah, first set was 15-13. Second was 15-12. We're now at 8-5 on the side change. San Diego looked like they thought about a timeout to slow things down a little further. Decided against it.
I don't think it would be a terrible idea, quite frankly.
Checking the wind as we check Kelly Cheng's stats. 9 kills and a whole bunch of control at the net. Blocks and controls. That cut shot is picked up this time by Kraft, who chisels the block for the winner. 9th kill for her.
I like that accelerated pace in transition. A little bit of a lower set, even to the lengthy Megan Kraft. She's able to sneak it through Doesn't give Megan Rice a chance to really complete that blocking move, and that's maybe the difference.
Yeah, timeout now taken by San Diego, trailing 9-5 in this third and final set.
No, it just sort of happens. It's just a, you know.
There is Jordan Cheng.
My thing. Yeah.
Kraft with another excellent offensive and defensive efforts.
I mean, I know the general what's happening. For example, the big thing is
17 digs that completed this match. Had phenomenal numbers. Highlighted how good the defense has been on both sides of the court in this match.
Yeah, Geena Urango has been the equal on that, certainly. Putting up 14 digs on her side and out hitting Kraft by near double. In terms of efficiency, 13 kills for Urango on 31 swings with just 3 errors. Kraft, 9 kills, 5 errors on 24. That's going to put you sub 200.
Yeah, that's uncharacteristic for Megan Kraft, as we often talk about those statistics can be informative, but the timing of when some of these things happen matters a lot.
And this is our crew on top of it right here. Scotty and everybody in the truck. 778 to 333 in this set. Miami tearing it up. 5 of 7 Cheng, 2 of 2 Kraft. Kraft with another dig. And she will stay perfect offensively.
I mean, the control on that dig is off the charts. Megan Kraft just standing in the pocket and absolutely scooping a ball with perfect precision.
5-1 run.
About as hard as you're going to see a ball hit.
Rice will look down and see some open sand.
A good response, kind of changing the position of her attack there. Finding the open sand, making the block move.
(10-6) San Diego needing to make a move. That'll have them standing in place and giving away the 11th point to Miami.
Yeah, again, going to the statistics conversation, that's one of those ones that maybe the numbers don't look like a lot error-wise, but the timing of those service errors can be a big factor.
Pulling dig goes out of reach for Kraft. 11-8, still time for the smash. Kraft now with 11 double-doubles in her league career. Urango equal to her task on that play. And there's one.
They got one back. I think if you're Miami, you've got to resolve to not let off the accelerator here. Stay aggressive through the finish line. Don't give away anything easily.
Miami still with a timeout. That line shot is placed out of reach.
Do we think that's a mistake to score on Kraft and then go right back to Cheng?
Yeah, I'd like to go to the player you just scored on.
Yeah. I would agree with you.
That was a top shelf shot from Kelly Cheng.
Indeed.
And a tough serve to follow. Oh, Cheng staying with it. Her partner giving her time. Cheng pulls. And the error goes Miami's way.
Once again, defensive effort getting rewarded. Just keep the rally alive. Sometimes good things will happen. And that's a look at the effort from Kelly Cheng to keep that alive. Set off the net. Geena just misses the cut shot.
I think the wind has gone out of the sails here for San Diego. That one might allow them to trim the jib.
9-3.
13-9. Remember at the end of the first set, they scored a number in a row. They need that similar run a little earlier. Cheng will take it. Hasn't scored it yet. Better opportunity this time. Got it. 14 on the board.
Yeah, really nice control on that free ball from Meg Kraft. Just put it up in perfect position. Even though San Diego basically knew it was coming on two from Cheng, nothing they could do about it.
Match point number 1 to stay in the chase for the League Cup. Not yet. Plenty of space available. Match point number 2.
Yeah, that was smoothly executed by Megan Rice.
Match point number 2.
Oh boy.
Wide right, and Miami is still on the clock.
The Cup watch still alive. For Miami, nice response after dropping set number 2, knowing what they needed to get done in this match, and they were able to do it.
Mayhem with the win. Took a little longer than they would like, but in the end, they were better. In the third set, they hit 7-14 to close it out. Cameron Irwin is with our winners.
All right, ladies. Oh, thanks. See, I'm already getting compliments. We're already going. I love it. First and foremost, still in cup contention. The journey continues. I know there was a moment before that third set took place, there was conversation about being excited to be in this kind of position. What was the mentality heading into set 3?
Yeah, I think there's just so many different ways to deal with pressure, and it's just a conversation we've had a lot, and I think each moment you're going to show up differently, so just we're fighting to show up the same way and just handle that pressure, because it's just, you never know when it's going to come.
I was going to say, there's already one guy celebrating. On your side, Megan, what are you keeping in mind, especially in set 3, in terms of just managing that pressure?
Yeah, trying to lean on Kelly a little bit. She was rock steady, so using her in the moments I needed it, but ultimately relying on the things that I felt were in my control. So serving, passing, and then trying to build on the little wins that felt good.
And she did that.
Building on the little wins, I think back to LA and some of the numbers, you defensively, whether it's in the backcourt or even up at the net, you built upon that. Just one error in this matchup. What is going right for you right now?
Oh, I think just there's so many things going right. I feel like the chemistry and just all the little things that we're building, and yeah, just like feeling very united, whether we win or we lose, and I know that's going to pay off in the long run.
And last and final, the dig after dig performance that you had in the backcourt, it seems like you just have pillows on your platforms, just able to scoop ball after ball. What are you keeping in mind, especially considering you got heat coming your direction? How do you cushion so well?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Trying to be in the best position possible and thinking more up instead of trying to dig perfect, I guess. So trying to cushion, give ourselves a chance to transition and let Kelly be the best transition setter in the world. So yeah, trying to keep it on our side, I guess, is the focus.
Well, congratulations to both of you picking up the win. I mean, the double-doubles leader right there. Kev?
Don't let perfect be the enemy of good enough. They were near perfect in the third set, and so Miami remains in the chase. They are definitely going to go to Chicago. The question is, will they have a bye? They're still in contention for that number 1 and number 2 slot. Lots to be determined on the men's and women's sides. We determined this match in 3 sets. San Diego playing some good volleyball, but in the end it wasn't enough. A dominant third set performance, and Miami is in for the League Cup. For Rich and Cameron, I'm Kevin. We'll see you again. We have one more day to go from EHP Resort Marina.